Hello mortgage coaches, this is Jacob with Mortgage Coach Support. This video is to show you how to resubordinate a second Innate. So first thing we need to do is we'll start off with the basic contact information here. I always like to use a friendly name so I can identify this report when I come back into it next. And then we're going to choose one of the refi options for the goals. Remember, if you choose the purchase option, it's going to eliminate the current mortgage from the report, so make sure to choose one of the other ones. Now for the assumptions area, we're going to enter the property value. And if you'd like, you can enter the original appraised value as well. This is only used for the MI calculations. Really, in this case, since I have a first and a second, I wouldn't have MI, so this field is not very necessary. Now we get into the basic data entry for the current liens. So we're going to enter both of them. This is the first lien. You can see I've entered it as $160,000 note at 5.5 for a 30-year term. I've entered my taxes and insurance over here. No mortgage insurance on this one because we used a second to get past that. But very important, at the bottom of the screen, does John have a second lien? Yes. Got to make sure and tag that radio button. Once you do that and hit the right arrow, you'll see that it now gives you data entry point for your second lien. So enter your second lien. And this one is an interest-only HELOC. So what I've done is I just put in the amount of the HELOC that's currently drawn out. I use the interest rate. I put it on a 300-month term, and I made the interest-only months the same as the term, so it's going to be IO for the life of the loan. You can see that's generated a P&I payment. Really, this is just an interest-only payment. Now we jump over to the products, because this is where we're going to show the resubordination. So if I wanted to refi both loans, so I'm going to show you that first. Refi both. If I want to refi both of them into one new loan that covers both of them, all I need to do is toggle this refi switch to yes. You can see it's brought in the combined totals for the remaining balances of those current liens. So now I just need to assign a rate and term for this. Pull in one of my closing cost templates or enter the ballpark fees. Completely up to you. I use my conventional 30 fixed template. Populate my hazard insurance reserves and property taxes. And then apply that to the loan. Now all I need to do is make sure to account for my monthly escrows here. And since we're still below the MI cutoff point and we're still below the 80%, we don't need MI on this new loan, so I'm going to leave MI off of this. But I'm going to add another product, and this one's going to be the resubordination. So for the resubordination, the first thing you need to do is you need to copy the current loan scenarios. And in order to do that, use the copy from button, and you're going to copy current. Once you hit OK, it brings in both liens as existing mortgages. So what you need to make note of is what the remaining balance is on this first, because that's what you're going to use for the new loan amount for the new first that you're taking out. So I usually like to just copy this. Then I'm going to toggle the refi switch to yes. And notice it updated my base loan amount to be the total. I don't want that. I want the 152,956. So I went ahead and pasted that in there. I'll put the rate that I can get on this. Probably name this one as well. Do sub-second. Then I'm going to apply one of my closing cost templates. And then I've already got my hazard and taxes in there, so there's no problem there. I don't need to do anything. And look, the radio button's already toggled to yes, so that's a good sign. We do want to keep this existing second in there, so it's got to be the checkbox here and the radio button saying no. This is indicating that that is an already originated second lien, and we're just going to resubordinate it onto this one. Now, the last thing you probably want to do here is, in your closing costs, you want to account for the resubordination fee. So you might want to go into the closing cost detail, add a fee, actually add a custom fee if you don't have this in there already. I'll call this one the resubordination fee. And then now that I've got that in there, I'll put whatever that's going to be, and then apply it on. Now my final report, as you can see, now shows a cost savings for both of these options. If we refi both, we're going to save them $93. If we resub the second and just refi the first, we're going to save $133. Now what are we going to do with that? When you open up the Adjust Reinvestment Strategy button, this gives you a matrix where you can reapply that savings. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to take that $93.28 and I'm going to put it straight back into this mortgage. And you can see that once I do that, it's now changed my freedom point to be 25.08 years. This is on the rebuy both option. On the resub second option, I want to take that 133.45 and I want to put it straight into the second order. Now, since this is a HELOC, it does reduce the freedom point substantially on this, but the whole idea is if they don't continue making this payment, it will at least have reduced the balance that's going to come due at the end of the HELOC. So now I've resubbed the second, I'm paying it off faster, and I'm 16.42 years. I've still got my original 30 right here, so I still do have a note that's going to be due in 30 years, but feel free to split this up between the two of them if you need to. You can also take that cost savings and you can reinvest it into the savings accounts or into a new investment vehicle if you choose to. If you have any questions on the resubordination, shoot us a note over here at support@mortgagecoach.com. We'd be happy to help you. Thank you much.